What's happening, Faith students? We had another incredible night last night in Faith students here in the book of Daniel in our series on Daniel. Last week, we really focused on this concept of loving God and what it looks like to love God more, love God better. This week, we talked about loving people. I'm going to read some of the passages that we read last night at Faith Students. And of course, we opened up with Daniel chapter 6, verses 1 through 3, and it says this. It says, "It pleased Darius to appoint 120 satraps to rule throughout the entire kingdom, with 3 administrators over them, one of whom was Daniel." It goes on to say that now Daniel so distinguished himself among the administrators and the satraps by his exceptional qualities that the king planned to set him over the entire kingdom. We talked last week what we believe those qualities are. Love God, love people, pursue excellence, and just have a good attitude. This week we focused on loving people. And now when you look in the Greek, there's 4 words for love that we see in the Greek text. You have eros, which is this romantic kind of love. You have storge, which is family-based. It's like, man, I love my sisters, I love my parents. You have this philia. It's like the affection that you have between friends. It's a brotherly kind of love. And then you have agape, and it's this unconditional love. And I wrote this thought down, and I read it last night, and it's this. Agape doesn't wait to love because it's deserved or earned. Agape doesn't love because of beauty, action, or circumstance. Agape looks past the barriers of race, of gender, personality, failures, and mistakes. Agape makes the weak feel strong, the sadness turn to joy, and the broken to be restored. That's the kind of love that Jesus shows us. And it's the kind of love that the Bible tells us to show other people. It says this in 1 Corinthians 13:1. "If I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal." Man, as a drummer, I love playing drums, but if all I did was play a cymbal, and I just played it off beat, I just played it whenever I wanted to, it would sound terrible. And that's what this is saying. If I have all these other things, but man, if I don't love, then I'm just sounding like a nuisance, a noise that isn't doing anything beneficial. And so we talked about 2 ideas last night when it comes to loving people. The first one's this. It's be real. Be real. This is what it says in Romans chapter 12, verses 9 through 10. It says, "Don't just pretend to love others. Really love them. Hate what is wrong. Hold tightly to what is good. Love each other with genuine affection. And take delight in honoring each other." So what that means is, it means I got to make the decision to love other people, man, whether they deserve it or not. And I also have to treat those people, man, that they have value. That's what Jesus did. He loved people. He treated them with value, with respect, with care. And he loved them so much, he didn't let them stay in the same place they were in. And so it's number 1, it's be real. It's be authentic. To be genuine and be honest with other people as you love them. The second one is this. It's let my actions speak truth. So we're going to be real when we love other people. And the other way we love other people, it's letting actions speak truth. 1 John 3:18 through 19, it says, "Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. Our actions will show that we belong to the truth, so we will be confident when we stand before God." And this is what that definition, that idea of truth is. It's not just a factual correctness. That it is that. But it's a factual correctness according to God's standard, which is the moral and ethical standard that we live by. And so this was the idea that we have when it comes to letting actions speak truth. And it's this idea of what you aim for, it's what you get. This is what it says in James 2:19 through 20. It says, "You say you have faith, for you believe that there is one God. Good for you. Even the demons believe this, and they tremble in terror. How foolish. Can't you see that faith without good deeds is useless?" And so this is what 3 things that we see that Jesus did that we can learn from and we can also do. And number 1 is this. It's see more in people than their past. In Matthew 9, Jesus calls Matthew a tax collector who was hated and despised. He saw him more than his past, and he called him to purpose. If Jesus does that, then we ought to love people and value people regardless of their past. Number 2, Jesus saw more in people than their status. In Luke chapter 10, Jesus meets the Samaritan woman at a well. Now, a Samaritan woman, why this is huge, is Jewish people viewed Samaritans as political, spiritual, and racial enemies. But Jesus valued her beyond her status. So if Jesus can value people more than their status, it means we should love others. We should love people. We should value them more than their status. Number 3 is this: see more in people than their sin. In John chapter 8, we see Jesus meet a woman caught in adultery, and he looks at her, and he speaks truth to her. He points her in the direction of freedom, in the direction of forgiveness. Doesn't let her stay in that same spot, but points her in the direction of freedom and forgiveness. And if Jesus can look at people and love people more than their sin, then we should love people and value people more than their sin. And it comes to this ultimate example of Jesus. And it says this in 1 John 3:16. We know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us. So we also ought to give up our lives for our brothers and our sisters. And so I'm going to close this out by just saying, man, do you know Jesus? Jesus set the ultimate example by dying for us on a cross. He came from heaven to earth, took our place for our sins. He looked he looked at us more than our past. He looked at us more than our status. He looks at us more than our sin. And he loves us and wants to set you free and wants to bring you into a place and relationship with him. I'm so excited what we've learned in this series. I'm so excited for what we're going to get to next week when we jump back into this series of Daniel. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, find me, and I'm here for you. We love you guys, and we want to continue to pursue Jesus together and have these exceptional qualities that we're learning about in the book of Daniel. We love you guys.